Hi. Today we will discuss about basic graphs. How to study the graphs and find out related quantities. We know to analyze the relation between any two quantities means two physical quantities generally by three methods: by tabular form, by mathematical expressions, third one is by graphs, by plotting graphs. Graphical method is powerful method to analyze relation between two quantities and to understand easily. ఇప్పుడు ఏదైనా ఒక సిచ్యువేషన్ నువ్వు అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి అంటే ఆ డయాగ్రామ్ చూపించామనుకో ఈజీగా అర్థం చేసుకుంటాం. దట్ ఈస్ గ్రాఫ్. సో ఈజియెస్ట్ వే టు అండర్స్టాండ్ ద సిచ్యువేషన్స్ బై గ్రాఫికల్ మెథడ్. For plotting of graphs, we use coordinate system. There are three coordinate systems. One is, this is one dimensional coordinate system. This is origin, means reference point. To locate the position of a point, need one axis, means that is one dimensional coordinate system. That is one dimensional coordinate system. To locate the position of a point, need two coordinate axis, means suppose if a point is in a plane, to locate the position of a point, need two coordinate axis. That is two-dimensional coordinate system. Suppose this point having coordinates are x comma y, means 2 meters comma 3 meters. So its position along x-axis 2 meters, along y-axis is 3 meters. So the distance of point from origin is, this is 2 meters, 3 meters, this is 2 meters, this length 2 meters, this length 3 meters. So the distance of point with respect to origin is r equals square root of 2 square plus 3 square by Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square equal side square plus side square. So r equal square root of 4 plus 9 root 13 meters. This is two-dimensional coordinate system. To specify the position of a point, need three coordinate axis, means we use three-dimensional coordinate system. See, this is one-dimensional coordinate system, two-dimensional coordinate system. This is three-dimensional coordinate system. To understand the graphs, to study the graphs, first we know about what is slope. Is slope zero or positive or negative? By finding slope and area of the graph, we find out any quantity రిలేటెడ్ టు దట్ గ్రాఫ్. అంటే ఆ గ్రాఫ్ను స్టడీ చేయాలి అంటే ఖచ్చితంగా స్లోప్ అంటే ఏంటి, స్లోప్ ఆఫ్ ద గ్రాఫ్, ఏరియా ఆఫ్ ద గ్రాఫ్, ఏరియా బౌండెడ్ బై గ్రాఫ్ విత్ x axis, that gives quantities related to that graph. First, now suppose what is slope? What is slope? Suppose there are two points in xy coordinate system, point A, point B. Its coordinates are x1 comma y1. Point B coordinates are x2 comma y2. Means point A position is this length x1, this length y1. Point B positions are this length x2, this length y2, x2, x1, y1, y2. Origin. See, join a line between 2 points. Here, this length is x2 minus x1, x2 minus x1. This length is y2 minus y1. Here slope means angle made by the line with positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. Slope means angle made by the line with positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. Slope of line means that is the angle made by the line with positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. Here slope means angle made by the line with positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. Generally, slope is denoted by the symbol is small m, letter small m. Slope is determined by using tan theta. Slope is measured by using tangent of that angle. So here slope m equal tan theta, that equal opposite side by adjacent side, y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1 means change of y quantity, x2 minus x1 means change of x quantity. Slope gives change of y quantity with respect to x quantity. That may be large chain or small chain. Slope is the angle made by the line with a positive axis in anti-clockwise direction. Slope is denoted by the symbol is small m. Slope is measured by using tangent of that angle, tan theta. Slope gives change of y quantity with respect to x quantity. That change may be large chain or small chain. So totally we know slope means angle made by the line with a positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. See, here slope of the line is theta is less than 90 degrees. If angle made by the line is means slope is less than 90 degrees means theta is less than 90 degrees means slope is positive. If angle made by the line, suppose line like this, y quantity, x quantity. If angle made by the line with x-axis is more than 90 degrees, here slope is negative. Slope value negative. Here if theta is greater than 90 degrees means slope is negative. Angle made by the line with positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction is more than 90 degrees means slope is negative. Suppose if graph is like this, here slope of graph is 0. Here slope equal 0. If theta equal 0, angle made by the line with positive x-axis 0 means slope 0. The slope may be positive or negative or 0. What is the meaning of positive slope? And what is the meaning of negative slope? And what is the meaning of slope 0? Here positive slope means if x quantity increases, y quantity also increases. As x quantity increases, y also increases. Positive slope means if x quantity increases, y quantity also increases. Negative slope means if x quantity increases, y quantity decreases. 1, 2, 3, 4. As x quantity increases, y quantity decreases. If x equal to 1, y value like this. X equal to y value this. X equal to 3, y value this. X equal to 4, y value this. Negative slope means, here slope of the line is negative. Negative slope means as x quantity increases, y quantity decreases. But zero slope means if x quantity either increase or decrease, y quantity is unchanged, no change. So positive slope means x quantity increases, y quantity also increases. Negative slope means if x quantity increases, y quantity decreases. Zero slope means either x quantity increase or decrease, y quantity is unchanged. Next. Now we discuss about different types of graphs. Suppose if relation between two quantities is like y equal x. If relation between two quantities is like y equal x. If x increases, y also increases. Here in this relation, higher power is 1. That type of equation is called linear equation. If relation between two quantities represent one equation, that equation has higher power is 1. Higher power is 1 means the equation is linear equation, straight line equation. Corresponding graph also straight line. Right? Here relation between two quantities is y equal x. Y equal x. If x equal 1, y also 1. X equal 2, y also 2. X equal 0, y also 0. So plot a graph between them. Plot a graph between them. X value 0, y also 0. X value 1, y value 1. X value 2, y value 2. Suppose if x value minus 1, y also minus 1. X equal to minus 2, y also minus 2. This is minus 1, minus 2. Minus 1, minus 2. X value minus 1, y value minus 1. X value minus 2, y value also minus 2. So the graph is a straight line passing through origin. Means this is a straight line equation. The simplest, the straight line equation is ax plus by plus c equal 0. The simplest straight line equation is y equal x. Y equal x. Means in this equation higher power is 1. Higher power 1 means the equation is straight line equation. Now, suppose if y equal 5x square, If y equal to 5x, plot a graph between them. If y equal to 5x, plot a graph between them. From this, differentiate between them. We know dy by dx equal, we get 5. Here dy by dx means change of y quantity with respect to x quantity. Change of y quantity with respect to x quantity is given by slope. Here tan theta value 5 means m equal 5. Tan theta means slope. Slope is denoted by the symbol is m. Here slope is 5. So the graph is a straight line. Here slope is tan theta equal 5. Tan theta value 5. The theta equal tan inverse of 5 అని అర్థం అన్నమాట. So the simplest straight line equation is y equal mx. If equation is y equal mx means that is a straight line equation. Here m represents slope. M means slope. Slope of the line. And here y is proportional to x. M represent slope of the line. If x increases, y also increases. So the graph is like a straight line. Here slope is m. Now another graph is, this is a straight line. The graph is a straight line but intersect on y axis. The graph is a straight line but intersect on y axis at C. Here C means positive intersecting point on y axis. Here plus C means the graph intersects on positive y axis. See, so here graph is a straight line intersect on positive y axis. It is represented by the equation is, ఇది ఎలా ఏ ఈక్వేషన్ రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తుందో చూద్దాం. See this value C, this value y, this is x, this length is y minus c, y minus c. So slope of the graph is m equal tan theta equal opposite side by adjacent side by y minus c by x. So mx equal to y minus c. So y equal to mx plus c. If equation of the graph is like y equal to mx plus c, means the graph is a straight line intersect on y axis. Here m is slope. M అంటే slope of the graph. C is y intersect point. Y intersect ఏ పాయింట్ వద్ద y యాక్సిస్ మీద ఇంటర్సెక్ట్ అయింది దాన్ని తెలియజేస్తుంది అన్నమాట. అయితే మనం ఒక 3 or 4 గ్రాఫ్స్ డ్రా చేద్దాం. ప్లాట్ ఏ గ్రాఫ్ ఆఫ్ గివెన్ ఈక్వేషన్. Plot a graph of given equation. Suppose the graph is the relation between two quantities given by the expression y equal 2x minus 5. Second one is y equal minus 2x minus 5. Third graph is y equal 2x plus 5. Right. వీటికి గ్రాఫ్స్ డ్రా చేద్దాం మనం. See here it is like y equal mx plus c. The equation is like y equal mx plus c. Means the graph is a straight line. This equation is like y equal mx plus c. Here slope positive and that line is intersect on positive y axis. That equation represents slope of graph is positive, slope value 2, tan theta value 2, and it intersect on positive y-axis at 5. See, it is represented in the graph. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. Slope positive and the graph intersect on positive y-axis. This is y-axis. Here C value plus 5. Here slope of graph is positive. Slope of graph is positive. Tan theta value 2. Slope positive means angle made by the line with positive x-axis less than 90 degrees. So this is the graphical representation of that equation. Plot the graph of this equation. It is like y equal mx plus c. Here slope positive, positive slope, m value positive, but negative intersect. C value minus 5, negative intersect. And a graph intersect on negative y-axis, but slope positive. So draw graph of that equation. Draw graph of that equation. Here slope is positive, but slope of line is positive, but that intersect on negative y-axis. The graph is like this. So graph intersect on negative y-axis at minus 5. This value minus 5. But slope of graph is positive. Here tan theta equal to 2. Angle made by the line with positive x-axis less than 90 degrees means slope is positive. Next, plot the graph of this equation. This equation is straight line equation. In this equation, higher power is 1, y square, x square, not like that, x power 1, y power 1. So this is straight line equation. It is like y equal mx plus c. Here slope is negative and it intersect on, the line is intersect on negative y-axis at minus 5. So, plot that graph. A graph ni ela draw chestamo chuddam. See, negative slope and negative y intersect. The graph is like this. So, graph intersect on negative y-axis and slope also negative. Slope also negative. Slope negative means angle made by the line with positive x-axis more than 90 degrees means slope is negative. సో ఈ గ్రాఫ్స్ బాగా ఇంపార్టెంట్. అంటే మనకి వాళ్ళు ఇచ్చిన ఈక్వేషన్ బట్టి గ్రాఫ్లో రిప్రజెంట్ చేయటం, ఆ గ్రాఫ్ను ఉపయోగించి ఒక ఈక్వేషన్ని మనం రాసుకొని దానికి రిలేటెడ్ క్వాంటిటీస్ని ఎస్టిమేట్ చేయటం. ఒక ఈక్వేషన్ రాసామనుకోండి, ఫైండ్ వెలాసిటీ, యాక్సలరేషన్ ఈజీ అవుతుంది అప్పుడు. రైట్, దీస్ ఆర్ స్ట్రైట్ లైన్ గ్రాఫ్స్. నెక్స్ట్, టోటల్లీ స్లోప్ మీన్స్ angle made by the line with positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. Slope positive means as x quantity increases, y quantity also increases. Slope negative means as x quantity increases, y quantity decreases. Now, plot a graph of given equation. Plot a graph of given equation 2x minus 3y plus 4 equal 0, like any equation. Plot a graph of given equation like 2x minus 3y plus 4 equal 0. ఒకవేళ వాళ్ళు గ్రాఫ్ ఇచ్చినా మనం ఈక్వేషన్ రాసుకోవచ్చు. ఆ ఈక్వేషన్ బేస్ చేసుకొని మనం ఏ క్వాంటిటీ అయినా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చు అన్నమాట. సో ప్లాట్ ఏ గ్రాఫ్ ఆఫ్ గివెన్ ఈక్వేషన్. See, this equation represents the graph is a straight line. See, to plot a graph must require coordinates of 2 points. 2 పాయింట్స్ యొక్క కోఆర్డినేట్స్ ఉంటే దాన్ని జాయిన్ చేస్తే నీకు ఆ గ్రాఫ్ వస్తుంది. అయితే put x equal to 0. Put x equal to 0. We get y equal to 4/3. Put x equal to 0. Put 3y equal to 4. Y equal to 4 by 3. Put y equal to 0. We get x equal minus 2 by 4. That equal minus 1 by 2. Put y equal to 0. 2x equal to minus 4. We get x equal to minus 1 by 2. So no doubt, this is straight line equation. Plot a graph of that equation. To plot a graph, at least we consider coordinates of 2 points. Like this. I take put x equal to 0, we get y value. X 0 up y position. Y 0 up x position. So, chakkaga graph draw chestunnanu. This is x axis, y axis. At x equal to 0, y value 4 by 3. 0 comma 4 by 3. At y equal to 0, y 0. X value minus 1 by 2. This is another point. Minus 1 by 2, 0. Y value 0, x value minus 1 by 2. So the graph is a straight line. Graph is a straight line having positive slope. Ikkada slope positive. Intersect on positive y axis. Slope is positive. That line intersect on positive y axis. సో దీన్ని ఉపయోగించుకొని మనం వాళ్ళు అడిగిన వాల్యూని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చు. ఈ విధంగా ఈక్వేషన్ ఉపయోగించి గ్రాఫ్ డ్రా చేయొచ్చు. ఆ గ్రాఫ్ రిలేటెడ్గా ఒక ఈక్వేషన్ రాసి ఆ క్వాంటిటీస్ని మనం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చు అన్నమాట. నెక్స్ట్ సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ గ్రాఫ్ ఈజ్ లైక్ దిస్ is x-axis and this is y-axis. The graph is a straight line that intersect on positive y-axis at 20 and this on x-axis the point is suppose 4. Write the equation of that graph. This graph equation radam. No doubt here graph intersect on positive y-axis, c value plus 20. C value plus 20. Find out slope of graph. Slope means angle made by the graph with positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. Angle made by the graph with positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. Here slope is negative. Means theta value more than 90. So slope is negative. Suppose this value is alpha. Apply trigonometric relation. Tan alpha equal opposite side by adjacent side. We get tan alpha value 5. This alpha means theta value 180 minus alpha. 180 minus alpha. We know tan of 180 minus alpha equal tan mean 180 minus means second quadrant. In second quadrant, sine cosecant are positive. Tan of 180 minus alpha means minus tan alpha. Minus tan alpha. So minus tan alpha value 5. So here slope value m equal minus 5. So this is a straight line equation. We write y equal to mx plus c. So y equal m value minus 5 minus 5x plus 20. This is straight line equation. Y equal minus 5x plus 20. So ఆ గ్రాఫ్ ఇచ్చిన గ్రాఫ్ను బట్టి ఒక ఈక్వేషన్ తీసుకొని రావచ్చు. దాన్ని ఉపయోగించి మనం ఇక్కడ x y అనుకున్నాం. వాళ్ళు టైము డిస్టెన్స్, టైము స్పీడ్, టైము యాక్సలరేషన్, టైము ఫోర్స్, టైము మొమెంటం ఎలా అయినా అడగవచ్చు వాళ్ళు. బై దట్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ గ్రాఫ్ we write one equation. By that equation we find out any quantity related to that graph. సో గ్రాఫ్ను ఉపయోగించి ఈక్వేషన్ రాయటం, ఈక్వేషన్ ఉపయోగించి గ్రాఫ్ను డ్రా చేయటం. టోటల్లీ The simplest straight line equation is y equaled mx. Y equaled mx means the graph is a straight line passing through origin, where m means slope of the graph. If equation is like y equal to mx plus c, means the graph is a straight line intersect on y axis. In that equation, m represent slope, c represent intersecting point on y axis. We know slope may be 0, positive or negative. So ఆ విధంగా మనం స్ట్రైట్ లైన్ ఈక్వేషన్స్ గ్రాఫ్స్ కంప్లీట్ చేసుకున్నాం. నౌ quadratic equation, graphs related to quadratic equation, graphs related to quadratic equation. See, the quadratic equation is like y equal ax square plus bx plus c. In this equation, higher power is 2. If higher power is 2, the equation is quadratic equation. The graphs related to quadratic equation is parabola, parabolic shape lo vastundi. Chuddam. The simplest quadratic equation is like y equal 2x square. Simply y equal ax square. Y equal ax square. Draw the graph of quadratic equation y equal to x square. See, here y is proportional to x square. Y is proportional to x square means y and x are non-linear chain. If x value 0, y value 0, x value 1, y value 1, x value 2 means 4, x value 2, y value 4. Non-linear గా వస్తుంది అన్నట్టు, అలా కర్వ్ షేప్ లో వస్తుంది. See, differentiate this, we get dy by dx equal, like suppose y equal x square, dy by dx equal 2x. See here, dy by dx equal 2x. If x equal to 0, dy by dx equal 0, and x equal 0, the slope of graph is 0. dy by dx means slope of the graph. Slope gives change of y quantity with respect to x quantity. It is given by the expression tan theta అని చెప్పుకున్నాం. If x equal to 0, slope of graph is 0. X equal to 1, అప్పుడు dy by dx equal 2. If x equal to 2, dy by dx equal to 4. As x increases, slope of graph increases. Initially, slope of graph is 0. See, I draw graph here. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. At x equal to 0, slope of graph is 0. Means graph ekkade start avuthundi etla initial ga slope 0. At x equal to 1, dy by dx equal to 2. And x equal to 1 appudu slope of graph 2. And x equal to 1 appudu slope of graph 2. At x equal to, slope of graph is 4. At x equal to tangent చేస్తున్నా, slope of graph is 4. And as x value increases, slope of graph increases, means the graph is a non-linear curve like parabola. Similarly, like this. For take x values negative, the graph is like this. లేదు తీసుకో, x value, put x value 0, y value 0, x value 1, y value 1, x value 2, y value 4, x value 3, y value 9. So x value 1, y value 1, x value 2, y value 4, x value 3, y value 9. So graph is a non-linear curve. So the graph related to quadratic equation is parabola. Parabolic shape lo vastundi. Here in this graph, we study about slope. Initially slope 0. Gradually slope increases. As x value increases, slope of the graph increases. As x value increases, slope of the graph increases. This side also x value increases, slope of the graph increases. Next. If relation between two quantities is like y equal 1 by x, inversely related. Here x and y are inversely related. So relation between two quantities is like y equal 1 by x. Both are inversely related. As x increases, y decreases. Put x equal 0, y also, y value infinity. X 0 up to y value infinity. At x equal 0.25, 0.25, y value 4. At x equal 0.5, y value 2. At x equal 1, y also 1. At x equal 2, y value 0.5. At x equal 4, y value 0.25. At x equal infinity, y value 0. Plot a graph between these values. The graph is like this. The graph is like this. Rectangular hyperbola. The graph is like this. If you plot a graph between x and y quantities, if x equal 0, y value take infinity. At y equal 0, x value infinity. So plot a graph between these values. The graph is like rectangular hyperbola. So this kind of graphs related to the quantities are inversely related. Like x is proportional, y is proportional to, inversely proportional to x. As x value increases, y value decreases. సో ఇట్లాంటి గ్రాఫ్స్ మనం ఫిజిక్స్లో, ఆప్టిక్స్లో చూస్తాం. అలాగే ఇన్వర్స్లీ రిలేషన్స్ వచ్చిన సందర్భాల్లో చూస్తాం. ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ టైం రిలేషన్, అలాగే లైట్లో మనకి ఫోకల్ లెంత్, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ డిస్టెన్స్, ఇమేజ్ డిస్టెన్స్, ఆ గ్రాఫ్స్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఇట్లాంటివి మనం చూస్తాం అన్నమాట. నౌ టోటల్లీ ఫైనల్లీ ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ నాన్ లీనియర్ గ్రాఫ్స్, ఫైనల్గా స్లోప్స్ చూద్దాం మనం. సపోజ్ the graph is like this. The graph is like this. So here slope trend ఎలా ఉందో చూడండి. So consider 2 points. Finally, so at this position slope is 0. So consider 2 points on this graph. Draw tangent. That tangent makes an angle with positive x-axis, gives slope. Draw tangent to this graph. So here slope of graph decreases gradually. Here slope of graph decreases gradually. Here also consider while going up, slope of graph decreases gradually and finally 0 while going down. Here also draw tangent. So here negative value. Here also slope of the graph decreases gradually. So this graph represent slope of the graph decreases gradually. ఈ గ్రాఫ్ ఎలా ఉందంటే పర్సన్ ఇలా ఏడుస్తున్నట్టుంది, అంటే డిక్రీజెస్, అంటే రిప్రజెంట్, సింబాలిక్ రిప్రజెంటేషన్. ఓ పర్సన్ ఇలా ఫీలింగ్, సాడ్ ఫీలింగ్లో ఉన్నాడు, అంటే స్లోప్ డిక్రీజెస్ గ్రాడ్యువల్లీ. చూడండి ఇక్కడ ఫ్రమ్ సమ్వాట్ యాంగిల్ టు 0, మరలా నెగిటివ్ స్లోప్. నెగిటివ్ అంటే నెగిటివ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుందంటే డిక్రీజ్ అవుతున్నట్టే వాల్యూ. నెగిటివ్ యాంగిల్ ఇంక్రీజెస్ మీన్స్ slope decreases. Totally this graph represents slope decreases. Suppose the graph is like this. Here graph represents slope increases. See, this here slope 0. Consider 2 points. Consider 2 points. Angle made by the graph with positive, here slope gradually decreases, and here negative value decreases. Negative angle decreases to 0. Negative అంటే చూడండి -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0. అంటే slope increases. Here slope is negative, but increases to 0. This graph represents slope increases. Here slope 0, at this point slope positive, at this point slope positive. So here slope increases. Here slope increases from negative to 0. Here slope 0 to increases. Totally this graph represents slope trend decreases. This graph represents slope trend increases. సో అంటే బేసిక్గా గ్రాఫ్స్ని స్టడీ చేయాలి అంటే మనం స్లోప్ మెయిన్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. హౌ టు ఫైండ్ స్లోప్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.